representatives from the Japanese embassy, my ministry staffs, members of the media, and friends. Bula Vinaka, and a very good afternoon to you all. I take this opportunity once again to welcome His Excellency and his delegation from the Embassy of Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned by my director, today is a very special occasion, not just for the ministry, but for our youth and the staff from the Youth Training Center at Nassau, Singatoka. On this day, as we sign the MOA, we welcome the opportunity for a new upgrade of the Nassau Training Center. The center in Singatoka mainly focuses on development market-oriented non-formal education courses for unemployed young and rural-based youth. It also works closely with the stakeholders in terms of implementing sustainable farming and engages in programs that assists communities in identifying best farming practices. Your Excellency, main areas of study in the program includes basic agriculture training, joinery training, carpentering training, and multi-skills training. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Ministry, I thank and acknowledge the grant from the Government of Japan. And as you have mentioned, that you will make available to us a grant up to $115,125 for this project. Ladies and gentlemen, Japan has been a very good friend of Fiji since we have established formal diplomatic relations more than 50 years ago. And we hope that we will continue with this friendly relationship that we have. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the Fijian government has been at the forefront of the development and growth of youth and sports sector in Fiji. We have ensured that the youth sector is not only funded, but also better resourced with proper technical expertise. This is an initiative that government is continuing to pursue in the hope of securing additional assistance in this area. Your Excellency, this is our ongoing commitment. Thus, the assistance provided by the Japanese government will assist in areas of positive youth and sports development. Our ministry provides opportunities to the disadvantaged youths through our non-formal education programs. Your Excellency, you will recall that during our Talanua session that we had last time, I raised this issue with your good self and your team, and I remember very well, and if my memory serves me right, that during that Talanua session, you said that you will definitely look into this project because it's something to do with youth and our disadvantaged youth. And whatever you have said at that point in time, we are here today to sign this agreement and get this project rolling. So on behalf of the Fijian government, Your Excellency, I want to say thank you so much for your understanding in the terms of what we have discussed earlier on. Our youth empowerment, life skills, and leadership programs, coupled with other trainings, are intended to empower and encourage youths to have a voice in our society. Having said that, I must once again Your Excellency, acknowledge the assistance provided to the ministry by the government of Japan. Rest assured that the grant will be used properly for the purpose it has been given. With these few words, once again, thank you so much, and God bless us, Naka.
The Honorable Parveen Kumar Bala, Minister for Employment, Productivity and Industrial Relations, Youth and Sports. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Naka, Namaste, and very good afternoon to you all. Firstly, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to the Honorable Ministers and his team for hosting this grant contract signing ceremony. Since the beginning of 2020, the whole world has been tackling the COVID-19 pandemic. Fiji has become one of the most vaccinated societies in the world and opened its borders on December 1st last year. Following these measures, Fiji significantly eased the restriction towards COVID-19 last month. Although the threat of the virus has not faded away, Fiji is one of the most successful countries in responding to the pandemic and recovering economic and social activities. I'd like to pay tribute to the leadership of the Fijian government and the efforts of the people for having made great achievement against the pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the government and people of Japan, it is my honor to formalize with the Honorable Minister the Japanese government's grant assistance for the project for upgrading of Nassau Youth Training Center. I'm very pleased to say that through this grant, the government of Japan will provide $115,000 for the construction of the learning facility for the newly introduced Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change Adaptation Certificate 1 program. In his request for this assistance, the Honorable Minister stressed the importance of providing a second chance at education for young people, especially for those who have not been part of the mainstream education system or who, upon reaching employment age, have faced challenges in getting a decent job. As the Honorable Minister mentioned, I also believe that education for young people, their capacity building and upgrading of their skills are extremely important for the further development of Fiji in the future. We are very pleased to be able to support the Nassau Youth Training Center, the main facility for youth education in Fiji. In addition, I highly appreciate the implementation of the curriculum on disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation in the new classroom, which will be built with the support of Japan. As disaster risk reduction and climate change are part of the biggest challenges facing Fiji, the cooperation of the government of Japan with the Ministry of Youth's effort on these issues will further enhance the value of this project. It gives me great joy to see that the formalization of this grant today is a tangible realization of Japan's actions under the Japan Pacific Bond Policy, or Kizuna Policy, announced by the former Japanese Prime Minister Suga Yoshihide at the 9th Pacific Island Leaders Meeting held in July 2021. Through its new certificate level program, this training center will cover two prioritized cooperation areas of the Kizuna Policy: namely climate change and disaster resilience, as well as strengthening the foundation for sustainable and resilient economic development. And I'm happy to say that since 1990, Japan has implemented 411 projects through its grassroots grant assistance scheme, with a total value exceeding $30,800,000 US. In March last year, I remember, I had the privilege of signing with the Honorable Minister the project for the provision of livestock breeding facility for livelihoods of youth clubs. I strongly hope that these two projects will help empower the youth to improve their livelihoods, increase their participation in youth education, capacity building, and skill development. Moreover, this project will also contribute towards making youths better custodians of the environment as well as of the future of the country. As seen last year at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics Games, the Fijian Rugby Sevens men's and women's teams won gold and bronze medals respectively. Despite the suffering caused by the second wave of COVID-19, the ability of the youth of Fiji to excel at the world's biggest sporting stage brought happiness and hope to all Fijians. As youth are our future, I wish to praise the Honorable Minister for his leading role in ensuring the empowerment and development of youth and sports in Fiji. Now I conclude with confidence that this project will further strengthen friendship between the governments and peoples of Japan and Fiji. Thank you very much. Minakaba Kalebu.